Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Anna Morphides with Many Hearts Counseling, and today's video is actually going to be a question and answer, and I'm answering a question that I received from a viewer, and it's all about understanding how to move forward having been cheated on with the same person in the same connection, and how is it going to be different when you are deciding to heal together. So the question, so thank you so much, first of all, to this beautiful viewer that is asking this question, and I will take the time to explain in my understanding how it works, because she says, I never completely understood what was meant by the relationship will be different if you decide to stay together and heal. So when we heal anything from within ourselves, that means that we are changing our self-concept, we're changing our vibrational state. Like in the David Hawkins diagram of human consciousness, every emotion and or feeling has a specific amount of hertz. And because we are a vibrational planet and the law of energy is always at play, like attracts like, right? Input equals output. Whoever we are, that vibrational frequency from the inside, the universe has no other chance, or it has no other way. It's like it has to match that vibration that you are. So as you heal, you're changing your vibrational frequency, you're changing your self-concept, your beliefs about yourself, you're changing all that. So your environment has no choice. That's the word that I was looking for. The universe has no choice but to rearrange your entire environment to match that which you are becoming. So that's why books like this are really fantastical. Keeping the Love That You Find is a really good example of how healing together changes their relationship, and it is different. I know for myself, the more I healed all my unhelpful core beliefs about myself, that I am unlovable, I'm bound to be rejected, bound to be alone, my entire relationship has changed. And I do have to say it's still to the same masculine, but because I am so different, I've healed so much, he has no choice to meet me where I am, or naturally he would have fallen out of my life, which also has happened. He has naturally fallen out of my life, like literally, like separated out of my life for a period of time. And then you just never know how it's going to be orchestrated by source energy, like this beautiful power that not it even controls. It just has the sun turning, the seasons coming and going. It knows exactly what it's doing, like placing the bees at the right place so they can pollinate the flowers and so they can do their thing. Same with us as well. It knows exactly what it's doing depending on the energetic level that we are. So that's why the relationship will be different if you decide to stay together and heal, because as you're healing, you're changing, and universe and those people around you has no other choice but to match that change, because we are protons, electrons, neutrons. We are energy and chemistry. Simple law. Like attracts like. And this other book called Attached, which is basically the same kind of idea as Keeping the Love That You Find. It talks about adult attachment and how it can help you find and keep love. So when we find love, we attach to certain things about ourselves that we have like acquired as children, right? Like we have an attachment style. So we're either going to be anxious, or we're going to be securely attached, or we're going to be avoidant, or we're going to be disorganized attached. So the way that we attach to our potential lover will have an impact on how they are interacting with us. So we want to detach, unless of course you're securely attached, then there's nothing really to detach from. But if you are an avoidant or disorganized or an anxious, you want to detach yourself from that attachment style so you can have a different result in your relationship. And how do you do that? Is by healing your attachment style. And I do have a 21, actually I put it up to 28-day free workshop on healing your anxious attachment style, because that's what I had. And there's about 20% of us that have an anxious attachment style, and we're always going to bring in an avoidant, because that's the only way we're going to learn how to heal. And this book goes into quite depth about that, the dance between the avoidant and the anxious. And both those attachment styles have to be healed. But unless we have each other to highlight our insecurities, like one wants to literally like run, the other one wants to attach like anxiously, because you're scared that you're going to be left alone, abandoned, rejected. And I rode on that horse vibrationally for so long. I'm bound to be rejected. I'm bound to be alone. I'm not worthy. That of course my relationship would reflect everything that I was, because we date who we are, not what we want. So yes, I wanted someone who was loving and loyal and supportive and talked really nice to me. But when I realized that I wasn't loving to myself, because I spoke to myself poorly all the time, because I had a negative self-view, anxious attachment style produces a negative self-view. It's the only one that produces a negative self-view out of the attachment style. So you constantly view yourself in a way that is not okay. So all the things that I wanted from my partner, I wasn't doing for myself, until I realized that that's what was happening. And then I had to heal myself to know that I'm worthy, to know that I'm enough, to know that I'm worthy to be held onto, that I am wanted, I am cherished. I didn't want myself. I didn't cherish myself. So how can somebody else do that? And of course, no, I shouldn't say it like that. I shouldn't say of course, because it's not really my fault, but it's what I was experiencing in my vibrational frequency. It makes sense that that would happen. And of course, I would be a perfect candidate for someone to be cheated on, because I'm already feeling all these things about me. So I need someone to bring that out of me. So if I'm not choosing me because I'm saying yes when I want to say no, I'm not choosing me because I'm staying in things that are not serving me, I'm too scared to say maybe quit my job, so I stay there. Like whatever it is that I'm doing and I'm not choosing me is going to be reflected from my partner. So unfortunately, one of the ways that we feel not chosen is by being cheated on, like they're not choosing us, and we're not worthy. So that's why when we heal, the relationship changes. So I highly recommend to do the work, because I am a true testament of it. I am I'm a living, breathing example of how changing yourself changes your entire external environment. And I swear, after I did the 28-day program with you guys to further heal my anxious attachment style, because I still had remnants of anxiety and, like abandonment wounds and waiting for the other shoe to be dropped, like that feeling in my tummy that I wasn't fully like cherished by someone, or like wanted, desired, like, yeah, like I wasn't fully embraced in the ways that I wanted to. And not only that, not only just romantically, but in other areas in my life. As soon as I finished the 28-day program, that was end of July, my whole life has changed ever since, in August and up to today. I can't even believe how Creator has orchestrated everything to change around me to match who I am in these ways that are allowing me so much more peace and freedom within myself. Is insane. I feel like even that sadness that I used to carry in my eyes, or a bit of anxiety, like just a couple months ago, has really not been so present. Therefore, my entire life around me is not reflecting that sadness and or tendency to feel anxious, because I don't really feel anxiety anymore. I just feel it in a different way. I hope that made sense what I'm saying. And then this continues to say, but from what you have explained in my video, Cheated On, please watch to know how to overcome the pain of it and claim your power back, which I'm also going to link below, along with day one of the 28-day free attachment style healing workshop, because it will change your life, I promise you. And I can't wait to hear your results. And she says, but from what you explained, it means that by choosing to not react in ways that try to soothe the self from the past, but rather choose to be honest with the needs from the self in the present, the relationship will be different. So pretty much that is what healing is, right? Like, we don't want to repeat patterns of the past. We want to embrace the present moment, where we are now, what we need now, start giving that to ourselves with the knowing that when we start, the other person will match us there. So if we're not choosing ourselves, start to choose yourself, and then you'll see how the other person changes to choose you as well. If you're not feeling lovable enough or loved enough from your partner, or you don't get enough compliments, start complimenting yourself, start giving yourself that self-love, and just watch that other partner meet you there. Right? Like, that's how you do it. So we don't react in ways that try to soothe the self, but we rather want to understand the self, why it wants to react in that way. And then we give it what it needs from the position of right now. And because we do this is giving us different results. Like, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different outcome. When we change, the whole entire outcome changes as well. And then your whole relationship changes, because you're changing first and foremost the most important relationship, which is the one that you have to yourself. When you change the relationship that you have with yourself, with your thoughts, with the way that you feel about you, with your predominant emotions of how you think and feel about yourself, and a lot of it is subconscious and automatic, so you might have to take a step back and see. And a lot of the times you can use your external environment, see how other people are treating you, to really see where you're riding from within. Let that be your compass in what it is that you need to heal. And when two people decide to embark on this journey together to heal their wounds, there is nothing more beautiful than that, than being, how can I support you? Not blaming, not saying like, but you did this and you did that, but rather come from a place of, I feel this way when you interact with me like this. How can we make it be different? And first you start with yourself, how you can make it different, and then see how the other person can also be different with that too. That's how we heal. We understand how we are thinking and feeling about ourselves. We might have to use our external world as a mirror sometimes to understand where we are, and then we change that. And then watch magically your life around you rearrange itself to match the new you. I think I'm going to leave the video here. That is, yes, my complete share. There was something that popped up just now, but it's not coming back to me, about connections, what we're thinking, mirroring from our partners. If it comes back to me, I'll put it in the comment box. As always, thank you so much for being with me on this journey. I am so grateful to be here. I can't even tell you what it has taken me to come to this point in the 45 years that I've been living. There's been so much loss and grief and hurt and angst and so much in my life. But ever since I started to want to heal myself and understand how I am and why I am the way that I am, and do the complete opposite for me, And also never be victim. I'm always in a position of power now. I have this knowing that I choose everything that I'm experiencing, even though I had something traumatic happen to me, actually even just yesterday, I and I had to put my beloved doggy down. And even though I want to be like, why is this happening to me? I'm always like, okay, why is it happening for me? And I swear to God, today, I feel like I was gifted so much more time because he was sick and I worried about him all the time, constantly. I'm actually wearing his name was Sammy. So when we live life that way and even interact with our lovers in that way, like, why is this happening for me? As opposed to being victim and being grateful for what we're being shown, this is how you heal yourself and you change everything around you. I promise you, because I am a living and breathing example of it. This is not who I was 6 years ago, I would say. Again, thank you so much. If you are new to the channel, I would love it if you subscribed. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, I'd love to hear from you. Reach out to me if you need to. Ask me anything. I love to make these videos. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Hit that notification button so you don't miss a video from me in the future. Bye.